What is up, guys? What up today? We're doing a reaction video to the best players drafted at each spot in the NBA draft. It's a video by Nonstop Sports. I never reacted to a video by them before, so let's check it out.
With the new NBA draft in sight and bad teams preparing for the draft lottery, we're going to analyze the past drafts and revisit who are the best players ever selected at each draft.
I'll have the crowd by the way.
Here are the best draft selections from number 1 to number 10.
Number 1 to 10, okay. Number 1's obviously going to be
Number
Bron.
1 pick.
But let me make a prediction. Number 1's Bron. Number 3 is Jordan. Number 2 is going to be number 2. You know, the number 2 draft pick is actually like pretty bad, like historically. I saw a video or like a quiz or something, and like the number 2 draft picks must have become bust. Oh, number 2 is KD. I remember that. KD. Number 4 is gonna be Chris Bosh, I think. Number 5 is gonna be Wade. Number 6 is gonna be Lillard. Number 7 is gonna be I don't know. But I think number 10 will be, I think it was DeRozan or DeMarcus Cousins or something. These are from the current day, actually. I don't know if any, historical players were drafted in those spots, but that's my prediction.
When we're talking about the first pick in the draft, there's something mythological about it. It's almost like winning a championship. The happiness and optimism around the franchise is usually so tangible. It's indeed like winning the actual lottery, even though winning the draft lottery and actually winning are two very different things. On one side of the spectrum, with the first pick, there have been busts like Kwame Brown, Anthony Bennett, and those who didn't live up to their potential due to injuries, like Ralph Sampson or Greg Oden.
Ralph Sampson was still a good player.
There are Hall of Famers like Hakeem, Shaq, Kareem, Tim Duncan, who are all among the top 10 to 15
Kareem was the first pick, I didn't know that.
However, the best first pick in the NBA history has to be the one selected in the 2003 NBA draft, wearing an oversized white suit coming straight from high school. Yes, we're talking about LeBron James. 8 finals in a row and 9 total with 3 titles. LeBron was and is undoubtedly the best player of his generation and the biggest star off the floor. And he did all that while setting up charity foundations, donating to schools, raising awareness for athletes and underprivileged, and without a single scandal on and off the court.
Exactly. See, this is why you can't hate on LeBron. Anyone who hates on LeBron is just that's all they're doing is being a hater. You can't find one thing to hate on LeBron for, bro. He's just on and off the court, just strict professional, bro. You can't say anything about LeBron, bro. I don't care what anyone says. Like, people have stuff on and off the court. LeBron never, loses his focus. He never, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate on LeBron, bro. Especially after the I Promise school and everything he's doing for his son. He's just a great dude, like, and a great basketball player. You can't hate on him, Okay.
LeBron came with the most hype, and he even exceeded expectations. That's why he's the best number 1 pick ever, the best player of this era, and one of the greatest players of all time. Number 2 pick.
KD, right?
Even more so than the number 1 pick, the number 2 pick throughout NBA history has panned out less frequently than maybe every other draft spot.
What did I say? What did I say?
Darko Milicic, Hasheem Thabeet.
Don't even show me Darko, bro. I don't want to see Darko ever again, bro. We could have had Melo, we could have had Chris Bosh, we could have had D Wade. Any one of those two. Even Kyle Korver was in that draft class. I would take him over Darko.
Derek Williams and Michael Beasley in this century. Delenn Beasley and Sam Bowie in the last one. The number 2 pick has often been a curse rather than a blessing. There have been some right guesses, like Isaiah Thomas in 81, Gary Payton in 90, or Jason Kidd in 94. But the best of those guesses, despite what some OKC fans might say about it, was Kevin Durant, drafted in 2007.
2 for 2 now. I knew it.
LeBron was the best player of this era. Durant was always right there, ready to take over.
Right.
Easy Money Sniper, his IG handle, is often second to LeBron in MVP voting, losing in finals and widely considered as the second best player in the world for half a decade. By his own admission, Durant got tired of being second, and he got tired of OKC's stagnant offense and always being double-teamed. So he orchestrated the infamous next chapter in his career, which was greeted even more viciously than LeBron's decision 6 years prior. In retrospect, it was the right move. Durant needed Golden State, and they needed him.
Right, he needed the
Those
rings,
two
bro.
pull-up three-pointers in the 17
That is one thing he does have. He has the
Cavs actually won the chip for the Warriors.
He's not like all these other dudes, Westbrook. He's like, I'm going to get my rings. One way or another. That's what he said. He said, I'm going to get my rings.
Ironically, Durant has splashed them right in LeBron's face and took home 2 Finals MVP trophies. Some may still call him a snake or a cupcake, but Kevin Durant is a 7-foot guard who turned out to be one of the best scorers in NBA history. And he's deservedly on this list as the best number 2 pick ever. Number 3 pick.
Jordan. Bro, this man got ass, yo.
Growing up, I was always the littlest guy.
I respect it. Get your money. Get the bag.
Even now, I think
I respect it.
When it comes to best number 3 pick, there was absolutely
no
discussion of who that person is.
What did I tell you?
Of course,
3 for 3,
it's
man.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
3 for 3.
His airness, Black Jesus, one of the best players of all time, and arguably the greatest player ever. Michael Jordan was drafted 3rd in one of the best drafts in history in 1984. As soon as he stepped on the court, he was different than anybody else. Thanks to Dean Smith, he came into the league fundamentally sound, and when you combine that with a 48-inch vertical and a killer mentality, you have sheer and utter dominance on the court. Jordan became the first basketball global superstar, the man who pushed boundaries of the sport and made a ton of money for himself, the league, and the players who came after him. Everybody wanted to be like Mike, and he was, at one point, the most famous athlete on the planet. And when you think that the Portland Trailblazers selected Sam Bowie over him, you gasp a little just to ask yourself, why? Number 4 pick.
Well, who did I say for number 4? Who did I say? I forgot.
Russell Westbrook. This was a toss-up between Westbrook and Chris Paul. Selected in 2005 and 2008.
Oh, yeah, I said Chris Bosh. I forgot these guys were number 4 picks. So
respectively,
wouldn't go with him.
Both Paul and Russ play the point guard position, but in 2 completely different ways. Russ plays it with force, with unmatched athleticism, and with a motor that doesn't know any other speed than going 100 miles an hour. Paul plays at different speeds, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, depending on how the defense reacts to the computer in his brain that earned him the nickname Point God.
Point God, yeah.
Both are fierce competitors, with the will to win over anything else. However, despite their many accomplishments, neither won a title yet, and to pick who is better between these 2 number 4 picks is not an easy thing to do, and it's entirely subjective.
I don't know, man. What's for Westbrook? You can't really stop him. I mean, you can kind of not stop him. You can contain him a little bit. If you have Steven Adams on the team who can't shoot, and Clint Capella, that's his name. I forgot his name. But yeah, man. But right now on the Rockets, this guy is unbelievable, bro. He's been hooping for recently. Chris Paul's been hooping too. But Chris Paul in his prime, bro. Couldn't nobody touch him. Westbrook did win an MVP though. Chris Paul doesn't have an MVP.
If I have to choose, I'm choosing Westbrook for the fact he was healthier throughout his career.
That's true.
And for those last 3 seasons where he averaged a triple-double, which is something
I forgot about that. Yeah, man. You got to go with Westbrook. I mean, honestly, because he's gotten farther in the playoffs, too. We went to the finals that one year. They lost, but he's gotten farther in the playoffs. That was only one time, though. He hasn't been out of the first round since KD left.
But we were never going to see again.
People like to hate on Westbrook, bro. You can't stop
him. And this man does it 3 times in a row, which is mesmerizing. However, if you like the point guard panache of Chris Paul and his superior shooting, decision-making, and defense, despite being smaller in size, I'm not going to argue. Both are great, but I'm choosing Russ with the slightest of edges. Dikembe Mutombo gets an honorable mention as well, picked at number 4 in 1991. Number 5 pick.
I think I said D-Wade.
If you think picking the best number 4 pick was hard, you're in for a treat at the best number 5 pick ever. A lot of All-Stars have been selected at number 5, and many Hall of Famers as well.
Really?
From Clyde Frazier to Charles Barkley, Ray Allen, Vince Carter, Scottie Pippen, and Kevin Garnett. It's really hard to pick the best number 5 pick ever.
That's tough, man.
It's hard to compare greatness, especially if they play different positions. But we're opting for the number 5 selected in 2003 by the Miami Heat.
4 for 5.
Wearing number 3,
D-Wade.
2 championships, and being the third best 2 guard after MJ and Kobe, Dwayne Wade was an absolute beast. He won less than Scottie. He wasn't near the shooter as Ray Allen. He didn't jump like Vince, and his peak didn't last as long as Garnett's. However, when he was at his best, when he was Flash, he was the best of all the mentioned players.
Yes.
The Finals MVP in 2006, he single-handedly brought the Heat their first championship in a Jordan-esque manner, averaging 36 points in the series.
Really?
He could have easily won the MVP in 2009 and went to LeBron, and should have won the Finals MVP in 2011 if LeBron didn't shoot so poorly in the series against the Mavs. Because he didn't have a meniscus since college, his prime was cut short due to constant knee issues. But if you were lucky enough to watch him at his best, you'd always remember that Dwayne Wade indeed was the Flash, a superhero in a red uniform. Number 6 pick. Other than the fact that he was white and slow, Larry Bird came to the 1978 NBA draft with the known intention to stay one more. Larry Bird came to the 1978 NBA draft with the known intention to stay one more year in college, which caused him to drop all the way to number 6. But the old fox Red Auerbach understood what kind of player is in front of him and had no problem waiting 1 year for Larry. When they asked Michael Jordan who he would trust to take the last shot in a game with his life on the line, he said that he'd take Larry Bird. That's probably the best compliment you can get. Larry Legend was one of the best players ever, and his rivalry with Magic Johnson breathed life into the NBA League, which was severely compromised in the scandal-driven 1970s. Bird won 3 MVPs in a row, which is something only he and Bill Russell did. And even though Magic won 5 championships and he won 3, he was a more complete player and a far better scorer than Magic. Beautiful trash talker and a guy who often looked like he drives a truck and cuts wood for a living. The hit from French Lick is the best number 6 pick ever. And those 5 teams that didn't draft him were soon extremely sorry for their mistake. Number 7. With all respect to John Havlicek, the best number 7 pick.
Oh my God. I feel so stupid. I forgot Steph Curry was the 7th pick. 2009 draft. I forgot about that, man. Forgot.
Of all time is
Bro, imagine being the Timberwolves, yo.
It's funny that
you were so trash. You had 2 picks. They had the 5th and the 6th pick. I remember this. They had the 5th and the 6th pick. They drafted Ricky Rubio and some other black dude over Steph Curry, yo. They had 2 picks. They had 5th and 6th. And they could have drafted Steph Curry.
That the best shooter of all time has dropped so low, and that the likes of Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio
that's who it is.
picked before him, both taken by Minnesota,
not even
coming
league,
out from
bro.
Davidson,
At least
which is not
Ricky Rubio's still in the league.
on a top collegiate program. Steph was heavily doubted when he put his name in the draft, even though his father Dell was an NBA veteran, and that Steph advanced to the Elite 8 in the NCAA tournament. Younger Curry was considered too weak and small to succeed in the pros. Oh boy, did Steph prove the doubters wrong. Although he usually is the smallest guy on the floor, Steph, alongside his splash brother Clay, changed the way that basketball is played. His ability to shoot over 40% from 3 off the catch and off the dribble is uncanny, and the way he forces the defense to pick him up as soon as he steps into half court has never been seen before. The first unanimous MVP in league history in 2016, with 402 made threes in a season, shattering his own record by more than 100 threes. In comparison, Johnny Flynn made 118 threes in his entire career, which ended in 2014 after a couple of disappointing NBA seasons. Nice going, Minnesota. Number 8. Among the players who were selected at number 8, there was nobody as consistently good as Robert Parrish. For that matter, nobody in the league was as consistent as Robert Parrish, who was the all-time NBA leader in games played. A quiet and reserved Parrish was often overshadowed by his teammates Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. But they'll be the first to tell you that they couldn't have won without the big fella inside, the Chief. He was one of ththose guys who went quietly about their business, but always got the business done. 9-time All-Star, 4-time NBA champ, and a role in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Parrish was named one of the greatest players in 1996, and deservedly so.
Wait, what did he say?
Parrish was named one of the greatest players in 1996.
See this picture right here. Look at Charles Barkley. Look at him young. Oh, Wilt Chamberlain in the back. Rest in peace. I don't recognize some of these players. I see Bill Russell in the back. I see Parrish right there in the middle. Magic, Jordan. Okay.
And deservedly so. Number 9.
Robinson in the front.
The world was a different place in the 90s. European players coming to the NBA were considered inferior and were often not given the same. European players coming to the NBA were considered inferior and were often not given the same opportunity as the players that came from the NCAA.
I've never seen Dirk dunk.
Nobody knew much about them. There were no mixtapes, mock drafts, or EuroLeague games available. If more people knew that Dirk Nowitzki was going to score over 30,000 points and become a first European MVP in league history, he would have probably been picked higher than the number 9 spot. And if you think that the Dallas Mavericks drafted him, you'd be wrong. Dirk was drafted by the Milwaukee. And if you think that the...
This Steve Nash? This Dirk? Ugh. What were they thinking? Look at those haircuts, yo. Oh my God!
Dallas Mavericks drafted him. You'd be wrong. Dirk was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks, who traded the slow-blonde German to Dallas, in what proved to be the worst trade in their franchise history. Number 10. In the same draft in 1998, one spot after the Bucks picked Dirk, the Boston Celtics selected Paul Pierce with the 10th pick. And unlike the Bucks, they had made the right choice and stuck with Pierce, who became one of the best players in Celtics history, and one of the fan favorites. Paul Pierce was the motherfucking truth. He could really play, as Shaq found out in a hard way. However, until the Celtics got Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen, Pierce was considered a good player on bad teams, and never fully got the credit for his play. When the Big Three formed in 07-08, Pierce established himself as one of the most clutch and cold-blooded players in the league. And one
Pierce does not look like a hooper, bro. He looked like an overweight. He looked overweight. Wait, was Pierce the Finals MVP, or was KG the Finals MVP?
Won the Finals MVP in 2008 against Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. He gave us many battles against LeBron, called game for the Wizards, before ultimately kissing the Celtics floor for one last time in 2016.
Who kisses a dirty floor, bro? Alright, that's gonna cap it up, man. Subscribe to the channel, please. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Original link in the description. Subscribe to my other channel, my main channel. And yeah, comment down below if you want me to react to anything else. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.